Hi, let's take a look at how we can use the ArcGIS Online Scene Viewer to help your pupils understand physical landscapes in more detail. Once you have logged on to your ArcGIS Online account, you should then click on the Scene button at the top. Once the Scene Viewer opens, you should select that you want to create a new scene. To begin with, the Layers menu will open. You can collapse this by clicking the Layers icon on the left. Now we need to find a location that you're going to use in your classroom, either with pupils on their own devices or on a whiteboard at the front of the room. I need my pupils to understand the Scottish landscape around about them. So let's start with Ben Nevis, Scotland's highest mountain. You can type in any location and search it on the map, and it will zoom you to that location on the 3D viewer. To begin with, you might need to zoom in and out to get a better view of the landscape feature you're looking at. Use the toggle menu on the side. To begin with, you will be looking directly down at the feature that you're looking at, just like on a regular map. If you use this icon here, or right-click if you're using a mouse, you can then change the perspective that you have on that feature. And so we have turned our 2D map into a 3D landscape. This allows you to pan around the feature from lots of different angles, and you can still zoom in and out using the controls on the left-hand side. What you might want to be able to do is show some OS map contours or different layers of information on top of your 3D scene. To do this, we can go to the Layers menu at the top left and select Add Layers. Here, I want to select that I am looking at ArcGIS Online content, not content that I have created myself. I need my pupils to understand how different features look on an OS map, so I'm going to add the Ordnance Survey map layer to my scene. Once I have done this, I can click Done at the bottom and collapse the layers list again. You will see that the landscape has changed completely to show the same landscape but in OS map. I can simply toggle on and off this layer by using the layers icon here and taking the tick out of the box to go back to the view that I had previously. In this view, it might be more helpful for our pupils to be able to see the landscape in imagery, so I might want to change the base map as I have done with this icon on the right. Seeing the landscape in real life first, and then adding a layer on afterwards, helps pupils to make sense of what they are seeing. The real beauty of the scene viewer here, for any geographer, is that we can then change between the normal map view and a 3D map view, so that pupils can really understand how the contours and other map symbology works to represent the landscape. You might be sitting here thinking that actually yes, you would like to use this, but you would like to show a few different places to your pupils, and you don't want to have to add that layer every time. Scene Viewer allows us to add some slides to this, so that we can save certain locations and take our pupils on a tour. In order to add a scene or a slide, we can go to the Slides action here. When I hit Capture Slide, it will take a photograph or place a bookmark at this particular location. So I need to check that I'm totally happy with how it looks first of all. I would like my pupils, first of all, not to get this view, but to actually see the landscape for real. So I'm going to remove my layer, and I'm going to leave this particular area as a satellite image to begin with. I will capture the slide and call it Ben Nevis Satellite. This has saved this location. Now I want to add that layer of Ordnance Survey, as that's what I want to then show my pupils. First of all, I'm going to show it to them as they have seen it before, from above. And now I want my pupils to be able to see it in 3D, and I might want to zoom in just a second to make things a little bit easier for them. I'll save this as a third slide. Now I want to take my pupils to a completely different location. Let's try a different glaciated feature, Corryfee in Scotland. Now I'm going to position my map so that I can show 3 more slides detailing how a corrie will look in satellite imagery, in 2D on an OS map, and also in 3D on an OS map. These slides are ready for me to use on the board or for pupils to tab through at their leisure. Now that I have my slides, you'll notice that they have popped up along the bottom. I might want to check just how that looks as an experience for the pupils. So I can click on the different slides at the bottom to see how the view changes and how it will help the pupils to understand. Now that I have created my slides and I understand how the scene viewer works, I want to be able to save this so that I can use it with classes time and again. I use the save icon here and give my scene a title. Once I hit save, you'll notice that it's going to be saved in My Content. We'll go and find that in just a second. Now that I have saved my scene, I can continue to capture slides and add new things to it. All I need to do to update my sharing is to hit save again in the meantime, and it will save this. Now I want to go and find this and share it with my pupils. So let's go to Content, where it has saved my scene. You'll see at the top is glaciated landforms. If I click on this feature, it will open in a new window. I have many options here, but the one I'm interested in is Share. Here, I can choose to share this with only myself, the creator, or I can choose to share it with somebody else that has logged in as part of my organisation, so a pupil or another member of staff, for example. They will need to log in to see it. Or I can choose to share a scene with everyone, public, so they don't need to log in at all. In this case, I only want pupils in my school to be able to see this, and the Ordnance Survey map layer that I added to the map will not be publicly shareable, so I need to use the organisation level. I'll hit save here, and that updates the sharing for this particular scene. Once I'm ready to share, I can use this icon here, copy the URL, and open a new window to share this with my pupils. I can share that as a QR code, and here I'm going to use an incognito window to show you what it will look like for them. So if I've given them the link through their Microsoft Team or their Google Classroom or some other way of sharing the link with them, when they click on it, this is the interface that they will see. They will be prompted to log in. I am logging in here as a pupil to see what this experience will look like. You will need to tell them that they simply need to click on Open in Scene Viewer. Pupils can close this section here where it says Layers, or they can use that to toggle it on and off. And they will also be able to work through the different slides that you have saved for them at the bottom of the screen. Likewise, if you open this up for yourself through the content, you will then be able to work through the slides at the bottom of your screen on an interactive whiteboard with your pupils or a large screen. Hopefully this has been helpful and you now understand how you can use ArcGIS Online Scene to help your pupils understand physical landscapes. Your job is to create your own scene with 2 or 3 slides that you think you can use in a lesson upcoming shortly. These are best used to introduce physical landscapes to your pupils and let them understand different viewpoints. Generate your own scene, save it, and share the link into the Padlet that has been added at the bottom of Week 2's Hub section. Please get in touch if there's any issues, and I'm happy to talk you through things. Enjoy!